Hello everybody and welcome to your reading. This is the no contact reading for the week ahead from whenever you come across this video. I hope everyone's doing okay and ready for the spring. I love springtime, just love it when the flowers start blooming. So Alice, how can we help our viewer who is currently in a no contact situation? How can we help our viewer who is currently in a no contact situation? How can we help our viewer? How can we help our viewer, Alice, in a no contact situation? One more. Perfect. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. So what this says to me is, rather than think of, and this is a no contact, this is telling me that whoever's watching this, actually, you're in no contact, but you possibly want them back. Think of all the good things about them, which will raise your vibration, and what you think of becomes your reality. Remember that from the law of attraction. So think of all the joyous things. If there weren't any joyous things with that partner, think of someone who does bring you joy, and that will come back into your life. Now, of course, sometimes it doesn't come back the way you think it's going to come back. But if you think of positive things, even if you don't think of a person, if you have a dog or a cat that you love, think about the lovely things about them, and that will raise your bright vibration, and that will manifest things coming back into your life. So how else can we help our viewer, Alice? How else can we help our viewer? What else can we say to our viewer about this no contact situation and manifesting them back? I think that's what we're saying here. Be positive about them. So yeah, thanks, Alice. So think of 10 things that you absolutely love about them, rather than anything that you don't love about them. It's a really good thing to do in any situation, whether it be friends, family, romance. Think of all the positive things. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Swords is the spying card. Knight of Wands is forward movement. The Seven of Wands is, I think, your internal conflict that you've been going through. King of Swords, you just want clarity in this. You want clarity in this situation. And then you've got the Eight of Wands. That's forward movement. So it looks like something's about to move in this no connection situation. The Knight of Swords, as we know, that's the spying card, and someone's watching, whether that's you watching them or them watching you. About you watching them, that is an energy that keeps you stuck. If the no contact situation has been produced by you, you've gone into no contact with them, spying on them, nothing wrong with it really, but it'll just keep you, what's the word I'm looking for, Alice? It would just keep you attached to them. Thank you. It just keeps you attached to them. The way to be is the King of Wands, to let them go, to be in your own energy. Is that the King or the Knight? No, Knight of Wands. But that would suggest forward movement. So something's going to be moving here. What else can we say, Alice? What else can we say? The King of Swords. You just want clarity. You just want the truth. I've got a feeling that something happened, and you've not been given the full story. But the World, Ace, is that, yeah, need my glasses. Ace of Swords, that's your clarity coming. The Hermit, after a time of, you've gone into yourself, you've been in that hermit mode, you want to come out of that now. Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour. Yeah, after that situation, that would signify that there is change coming, there's transformation. The transformation is for you, turning in your favour. The world is your oyster here. You can have whatever you want just as soon as you get out of this energy. So if it's, I honestly think it's the viewer, my viewer here, that has gone into the no contact. I think it's you that's decided this to get clarity in your own mind, but you want the truth from this person. Will my viewer get the truth, Alice? The Ace of Swords would say possibly yes. Certainly there's going to be a new beginning within the mindset of you, I think. Yeah, victory for you, your clarity. I think whatever you did with this no contact has surprised the person you're in no contact with. Page of Wands. Choice. So what are we saying here, Alice? And that's you in your power. I think this person is has a very immature emotion. He's emotionally immature. And that's why this happened. You went into the no contact. You've now got a choice to make. You're stepping into your own power. I think the choice is, do you actually want this person back? I think for all intents and purposes, you thought you did, but I think you've had some time for reflection. And now you're thinking, well, actually, do I want this person back? We have the Ten of Swords here, which goes with what I've been saying. You've been up in your head, but you notice here the Ten of Swords. The swords aren't on the person's back. The swords are by the side here, and the way is open for you to go through it. It's a little bit like the Eight of Swords, but this is the 10 now, so it's coming to the end of your thinking like this and having these thoughts. I say these thoughts, you've wanted closure. I think that's what you've been looking for, and sometimes you don't get closure. The only closure that you get is to love yourself, accept yourself, and let it go. Let the situation go, because this person who you've been dealing with is really emotionally immature. So I don't think that they would be grown up enough, is the polite way of saying it, to come back to you. So it's up to you now to put this to bed, to put it behind you. And I can absolutely guarantee you, if you do that, you will feel so much better. You don't need clarity. You don't need closure. The closure you have is with yourself and with your thoughts. Close those thoughts off. Do the work, do the meditations, and the way will open. Like this card says, the way will open for you once you've cleared your mind, cleared the inner conflict, for want of a better way of putting it. And then your new beginning opens up for you again. All of these cards are showing openings. Have you noticed that? The way is opening for you. This one, not quite. You've got a 1 there, but it's in your hand to open. It's in your power to open a new beginning. How else can we help our viewer, Alice? What else can we say? Let's have a couple of advice cards for our viewer. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because at first, all you ever want is that person back. When you start doing the work, you then start thinking, well, actually, do I want them back? You start thinking, and 9 times out of 10, when you start doing the work and start questioning and getting clarity within the self, you actually move on, and you no longer want that person. It happens more often that way than the other way. What else can we say to our viewer, Alice? Pay attention to the fruits. Where are your efforts leading? And that's what I've been saying. The efforts you're making on closure, on closing the door. Actions matter. Yeah, they do. Sometimes the actions are not to reach out and pick the phone up. The actions are, what actions am I going to take to make myself heal, to help myself heal from this situation, to move on, to get clarity. Share your light. So some of you missing a spark. Yeah, says here light worker. I do believe some of you are light workers. You know, you are gifted in either healing, possibly psychic, mediumship, massage, healing, reflexology. All of these things are a way of sharing your light, because like reflexology is going through the hands, and it's all energy work and helping others. So if you're thinking of doing that, I do believe there is something for you to do, and out of that will come great new beginnings. So Alice, are we done here? No, one more card. Cool. I thought you might do that. Perfect. I'm just going to pull one last card for you. One bit of advice, Aries, because I know how tough it is. Believe me, I know how tough it is. But I think you're on the verge of a breakthrough, your own breakthrough. So if you watch Mel Robbins, she does a huge, I think she's got a podcast episode on no contact and how to deal with it. And she says, give it 3 months. And you'll find at the end of 3 months, you'll be actually asking these questions. Well, actually, do I want this person? Do I actually want this person? When I flow with my energy, I flow with the energy of life. How perfect is that? Again, with this light work and what I was saying, it's all about energy, using your energy, helping others to heal through your own healing is just the best thing you could do. And that is such a beautiful card. And there's the energy healing, and the work through the hands, of course, because it's energy, and there's spirit watching over you. So this didn't start off so good for you, Aries, I know, because it's not nice, the situation, but you are going to come through this. The Aries that you are, the Knight and then the Queen, is just you moving through all of this to come out the other side. And at this moment in time, I don't think you're really looking for anybody else. I think you are embracing your own energy and your own freedom. Thanks, Alice. Freedom. Yeah, Alice just said freedom, because it does feel like that when you release a heavy energy, a heavy situation. You do feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and you can move forward freely and openly. So I hope that's helped at least one of you, some of you, all of you. If it has, I would love it if you would like, share and subscribe, and I will see you again next week. Thank you.